Race, sex, and COVID. 3 hot topics that landed one of ESPN's most popular anchors in the hot seat. The network removed Sage Steele from SportsCenter lineup for a week after a series of comments during an interview with former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler on his show Uncut.
Listen, all I ever wanted was consistency. And if we are allowing my peers to go on social media, then I should be allowed on my personal time to give my opinion on my experiences.
I got one word: vindicated. This video is brought to you by Ground.News. Ground.News, the place where everybody on planet Earth should be going to get all of their news. In a minute, I'm gonna show you all the features, and I don't understand how everybody don't go here. It's not just news, but it's the whole perspective of news, where to find it, what's qualified as good news, bad news, true, false, left, right, everything included on Ground.News. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, Sage Steele, as you can see in the little preview, that Sage Steele was able to settle with ESPN because they literally, according to the settlement, they literally violated her constitutional right to speak pertaining to the COVID-19. The funny thing is where are all the black activists? Sage Steele is a black woman who was discriminated against, allegedly, by ESPN. Her voice was suppressed. Her opinions were suppressed. And where are the black activist groups? Where is, what's his name that's always on all of these cases? Benjamin Crump. Where is Benjamin Crump when you need him, when a black woman, who has conservative values? Oh, that don't matter. If you black and you have conservative values, they don't count you as being black. You don't have any of the victim class protections that you have unless you're a far left lunatic. But let me get to this article real quick, and I'm gonna tell you why I really, really like Ground News. So this is my favorite part because I'm super lazy when it comes to news. I heard about Sage Steele and I said, you know, what's all the information that I need to know about it? That's why you go to Ground.News, because right here it gives you a brief synopsis. You don't even have to do a lot of reading. You can get a synopsis if that's all you want. And then it tells you can go with the left perspective, center perspective, right perspective. There ain't nobody doing this, bro. I wish I came up with this idea. Or you can look at all the articles, left articles, center articles, right articles. If you want to be balanced, you look at all of them. If you want to hear from the left perspective, you can just go to left. And then over here on a column here above my head, it tells you everything you need to know about distribution. This is considered biased distribution because 38% of the distribution comes from the left. You can see all of the agencies that are reporting on it. You can see the ownership is 10% of source from independent news. The majority of it's from Balt News. You can just click and get all of these features. Factuality. How factual is these articles and what's being presented? 8% of the sources are low factuality. That means that most of what you are reading are factual. You can see where they're reporting in this around the world. The United States and Canada are the biggest places that they're reporting it. Well, I say United States is the biggest place they're reporting it, and every black area is showing where they're not being reported. Also, one thing that I love is that you create your own custom feed, right? So if you're focused on certain things, you want to hear about the wildfire, you want to hear about politics, you can create your own custom feed, but you have to be subscribed to do that. Also, the blind spot is one thing that I like to look at. You just click on blind spot at the very top, and you'll see where the left has blind spots in political news or news in general, and where the right has blind spots. So you go through and you can see what to look out for on each side. All you have to do, the link is in the description section, go to ground.news/Tatum, and if you sign up before August the 31st, you'll get 30% off your subscription. 30% off your subscription, Ground News. God, I wish I came up with this idea. Let me go to the article or the actual video of what Miss Sage had to say, because I think it was absolutely incredible.
Her thoughts on former President Obama's racial identity.
That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you. I'm going to do me.
To suggesting female journalists welcome harassment by the way they dress.
When you dress like that, I'm not saying you deserve the gross comments, but you know what you're doing when you're putting that outfit on, too.
Yeah. And speaking out on ESPN's COVID-19 mandate.
I respect everyone's decision. I really do.
Yeah.
But to mandate it is sick. and it's scary to me in many ways. But I have a job. A job that I love, and frankly, a job that I need. I don't know what comes next, but I do know for me personally, I feel like defeated.
Didn't come to work tonight because some of the reaction to recent events reminded me that there are several people watching me right now who feel that the color of my skin makes me less worthy of basic human rights and dignity. And the thought of providing those people with news and entertainment literally made me sick to my stomach.
A lot of people are ticked off. We should be.
Colin Kaepernick looks pretty good now, doesn't he? Ali was vindicated by history, and I think Kaepernick is being vindicated too.
We're talking about this in 2020. It's unthinkable.
What I'm saying is, as an African American citizen of this country, how many times is enough?
I'm exhausted and I'm tired, and the last bit of my patience went out of my body when I watched it go out of George Floyd.
We understand the gravity of this legislation and also how it is affecting so many families across this country. And because of that, our allyship is going to take a front seat. And with that, we're going to pause in solidarity.
Our LGBTQIA plus teammates at Disney asked for our solidarity and support, including our company's support, in opposition to the parental rights in education bill in the state of Florida and similar legislation across the United States.
And a threat to any human rights is a threat to all human rights. And at this time, Courtney and I, we're going to take a pause from our broadcast to show our love and support.
Oh my God. All fine. Not punished. What Sage said in those 3 Jay Cutler sound bites, different story. So how did the backlash manifest against you by the company?
Listen, all I ever wanted was consistency. And if we are allowing my peers to go on social media, then I should be allowed on my personal time to give my opinion on my experiences.
Now, after watching that video, nobody should have any questions how wrong they were. How in the world does everybody else have an opinion, but she doesn't have an opinion, huh? Could she have sued for racial discrimination, huh? Could she? Could she have sued? I think you should be able to now sue for political discrimination, right? I mean, if you are discriminating against somebody based on their political party, which is associated with their freedom of speech, right? The freedom of expression, you should have the freedom to speak on the things that you believe and express through voting. And if you are going to discriminate against somebody based on that, you're discriminating against them based on their First Amendment rights. So I don't think it's just, discrimination should be just limited to race, religion, sexual orientation. It should be political beliefs as well, because people can discriminate against you because you're conservative, and that can be more effective and damage your career and life just as much or more than because you're black or because your sexual orientation. People have been getting bludgeoned and assaulted and fired on their job because of their political stance. And I don't care if you're left or right or central. People should not discriminate against you based on your political stance. That's your freedom to speak and your freedom to express the things that you believe. Now, I think I done said enough. This video is way too long. I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure you go to ground.news. Link is in the description section. I'm out.